Right here is a guy called PJ the Belt. All right. And I started watching about the first 30 seconds of it, and I was like, you know what? We should just do a live review of this. So, Alberta, Canada, has decided that they are going to quit Canada. And I think them Albertans are serious. And I want to go ahead and welcome y'all to the 51st state, and I'm more than happy to have you. Glad to. Can't wait to come up and visit you in the 51st. Here we go. Look at this line. Look at this line. And that is in Red Deer. I think I might be able to. It won't let me rotate it. Try and figure this out, guys. How do I? Yeah, it won't let me do it. That's in Calgary.
I think we were all a little bit surprised to see that it has become the talker that it has been. I think we all dismissed this for a long time, kind of poo-pooed the idea that this would gain steam.
Yeah, I think that many of us sort of overlooked this and we thought, oh, there's nothing to be concerned about. And still nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, what they thought was that they could just bully everybody over on the West that was making all the money, doing all the work, and take all their money. And ain't nobody was going to say nothing. They didn't think that they were going to be like them weak liberals over there and called for a referendum back in the 90s and couldn't get it done. Because, the people that wanted to leave back then, they just wanted to leave so that they could do more crazy liberal stuff. And there was still enough, normies living in Ontario and Quebec and British Columbia that it failed. Even though their Supreme Court stated that it was legal for them to do it.
But the sentiment is growing. We're seeing, 18 to 35-year-olds growing sentiment toward this.
Sorry, guys.
Just interesting to see this happen.
It is interesting to see what's happening in Alberta, and you should be concerned, Miss Mainstream Media Talking Head. After months of underestimating and mocking Albertans who support independence, you're all beginning to realize things are getting real, aren't you? But they're surprised, eh? They're a little bit surprised. After dismissing Alberta independence as a joke that, quote, would never happen, the mainstream media seems to no longer be laughing. Their condescending laughter is quickly being replaced by an ever-growing worry at the realization that Albertans are not playing games when they say they're done with Canada.
The Citizen Initiative petition on Alberta independence that was the...
Oh, Canada, become our 51st. True patriot love for America.
Approved by Elections Alberta in December has begun collecting signatures. The campaign holding events across the province, like this one on Saturday in Calgary. The response has been strong. Not even standing room available inside the hall of this community center, and the lineup to get in stretching down the block.
We're seeing this across the province. I had similar footage of Red Deer this afternoon as well. All of our other events outside of Calgary have been at capacity, and all we can do to process signatures.
What about pension? What and what do we do? How do we make money for land law?
The petition asks, do you agree that the province of Alberta should cease to be a part of Canada to become an independent state?
I'm just tired of the political comments. Tired of the current federal government trying to take away my right to make money, my freedoms, and everything else. It's time to stand up and do something about it.
Merle works in oil and gas. He's from Nova Scotia and moved to Alberta more than a decade ago.
Oh, I have family that are upset with me for...
So, this guy is working in a field that the Green New Deal would ban. So his whole livelihood, the way that he provides for his family, and thousands of others like him, get taxed above regular taxes because they have to pay a carbon tax on this. And besides having to pay the carbon tax, they're trying to shut down all these by 2035. Okay? When Canada has an abundant source of oil and natural gas, and it's more than enough to supply not just them, but to export and to make money. In fact, they built a secondary pipeline that they're wanting to have shut off in the next 10 years. Why did you guys invest billions of dollars when you weren't even gonna use it for its lifetime? When you build a steel structure, you're expecting, in concrete, you're expecting 50 years, at least 30 that you're going to be operating that, not 15. And what do those guys do then that are in that field? Because you need those jobs done now, but in 10 years, you're not going to need those guys. And you're not going to have any work for them to do because they're not going to have any other knowledge. So you're going to put them out on their backsides and their families too. That's why these